You know, at this point, I'm slowly slipping in a in a micro depression because I don't know what to do with my life anymore. I was on a clear and steady pathway like a year ago where I felt like I was, like getting to the point I wanted to get at. Like I was really focused and determined and very, very invested, motivated, and I had the drive. I had everything I need. Everything was going perfectly as I wanted it to go, and then, I something changed in my life, an encounter, and the thing is that, unexpected but welcome, but it's like it threw like a stick in the wheels of my bicycle, you know what I mean? And it made me fall, and then having the need and to take the time to get back up again, it's kind of what made things very complicated to me, because I felt like I couldn't it's like, in a way, it's like it added a lot and increased the quality of my life for the better, but in the other way it feels like it brought me to a point where I feel like I'm confused, you know what I mean? I lost something, like it's like you give something up for something else, like you shed something and you shed old skin and you get new skin. Like that's kind of how it felt. And the thing is that, my dreams and my aspirations and my goals and the things I wanted to do, it doesn't feel like it's relevant anymore. It feels like it's just, it exists, it's still there, but I don't know anymore what is the point of it, to strive for it still. It doesn't make it. It just felt like everything that I was working on and working towards kind of just came crashing down in some way or another, and not completely, but in some way or another. It's very difficult to describe it. It's an internal struggle that I'm having, and it doesn't have to do with self-identity or knowing what you want out of life, but it's more like I had all of that, and I was working all of that with no distractions and no hesitation and full determination and concentration, but something changed, and then I got brought out of balance, and then I just felt like I couldn't re-navigate. You know what I mean? Like just like take everything and just continue doing that. It seems like I can't do that. It's not working, and it's bringing me in distress, and that's the thing that's bothering the most, because I want to align these things that I know that I can achieve fulfillment and happiness as I am to do. Like what I had in mind, what my great dreams and aspirations, the good and the benefit for other people that are willing and also similar and like-minded, and now it's like, it's like I lost it or something, like everything I was working towards and I was so full of, it's like part of it just got lost and got burned to a crisp, got lost in time, and I can't find it back. I can't do it. I can't reclaim it again, and that's really bothering me the most, because I had it all in my mind, doing YouTube and doing what I like do, talking about what I like talking about, engaging with people that are like-minded or have something to share as well, reap the benefit and the reward of it, and then just continue building, and then building my own success story, sharing it with people and inspiring and motivating people as well to do good thing, the right thing. And it was very clear, and it was really working out perfectly, and then now it just came crashing. A part of it came crashing down, and I'm like, I see everybody now, being successful and making their money and being something, and having no time anymore for anything else, like going from being bored or being in a routine to living a very exciting and very exciting and fruitful life. And then it's like I don't envy people, I'm not jealous, but it can be demotivating if you were on that path as well, and then now you lost it, It's very demotivating, because it feels like you're not included anymore, you're not part of the plan anymore, and that's the thing it's hard to accept, because I don't know, like what's the point behind it, why is it happening? And it's like there were still things that remain, and that's good, and I'm still grateful for that. But is that because it's more set in stone and stable, and that's already like been achieved? It just has to be, it has to unfold further in quality and value, you know, and then of course influence. But you know, the whole YouTube thing was like, I think it can be deceiving in a way when you know, like, I think the moment you put yourself out there and you're so focused and you're going hard on one subject, on one, you know, considering one niche, and you're really making only that type of content, you're really going hard, you're really doing your best, and you're really satisfied with everything is going well, everything is going up. You know, I think what I've learned in that way, like, even if you think that everything is going well and perfect, at any time, it's like pulling the rug out of underneath of you, you know, like, it can happen at any time and to anyone, and it's with anything in life if you feel like you're on top of the world. And that's the thing that I came to realize now, like, you can't really be fully reliant on these things for, you know, success and monetary gain, because you can lose it from one day to another, and it doesn't have to be your fault. It doesn't have to be because you made a mistake or you lost relevancy, you know. And yeah, you know, I always hear people say, you know, you don't have to change for the sake of pleasing other people. You don't have to do specific things so that other people will accept you and be satisfied. And it's very hard to come to understand that, because first of all, you don't want to upset people. Second of all, you don't want to see people, you know, unhappy or irritated or anything. You know what I mean? Like, have negative emotions when they're around you, because then you also pick up on it, and then you also feel bad and miserable. You don't want that in general. So automatically, as a human, you're gonna try your best just to make sure that your surroundings are good, you know. And even if it means sacrificing yourself, even if it means giving up on your dreams and aspiration, you know, because, you know, what's worse, going through life knowing that people are unhappy because you're there, you exist, and your choices in life, even if they're not negative, you know, in the sense of harmful and hurtful to other people, literally, you know, and then you're like, okay, I'm just minding my own business, doing my own thing, and that seems to work for me. So, you know, can you know, be happy for me? But of course, everybody has an opinion. Not everybody is similar in that way, or accepting or understanding. But that makes it very complicated, because it's like your surroundings always influence your actions, your thoughts, and what you're feeling. And then you can only do things if it only suits them, and not do things if it suits you. It's like, every time you try to do it for yourself, by yourself, it gets, you know, taken down. It's like it's a bad thing, you know. As long as, if it's what they want, then it's okay. If it's not what they want, then it's not okay, and you have to change. And that's something I definitely did struggle with. I mean, still struggling with. It's interesting to see how these things go, you know. It wasn't never planned, and like I said, I'm not trying to turn it into a black and white scenario here, you know. It's just, I'm just trying to figure out how, you know, distress and self-doubt and self-questioning and a loss of, you know, a loss of direction, because just what people said, or what influence people had on me, or what people said, or what people said, how people questioned me on my decisions in life, and how people challenged me on it, how that brought me off my pathway. That's the thing. I'm trying to understand why that it had such an impact, and why it made me do things, or made me change things in my life, just because I wanted to get rid of that negative feeling, that feeling of being guilty, being a bad person, doing bad things. You know what I mean? Like, all the negative things that get bestowed upon you just because a person disagrees with you on an individual level. And that's something that I'm trying to understand, how that could have such an impact on me and change my life dramatically. You know, not my life, but the course of my life dramatically. Something that I was really looking forward to and relying on, and now I lost everything and I don't have anything anymore. And that's why I'm slowly slipping into a depression again, because it seems like I have no control anymore. I can't change it, I can't improve it. I try, but nothing is helping, nothing is changing. It's really depressing. It's really bad, you know. It's really bad. I don't know anymore. I mean, that's the worst thing, a human being, a person that doesn't know anymore what to do with his life. That's really bad. That's really bad.